So this week we're talking with Kristal Ramsey, who teaches music for grades 5 through 8 at ASU Prep. Ms. Ramsey, this is your second year at ASU Prep, right?
Yes.
And what did you teach last year? What grades?
Last year I taught K through 8. I've been teaching for over 10 years. I've been doing a lot of private lessons. I actually started teaching as a teenager, doing private lessons, and then through college I just continued doing that. And I decided to get into the public school system last year. So I love all kinds of music. I listen to everything. My main instruments are the trombone, piano, guitar, and flute. Those are the ones I play out regularly on. But I like it all. I'm a lover of music. I love discovering new kinds of music.
What are some of the things that your students are working on?
We're working on a number of things. Right now, the 5th and 6th graders are doing a unit on recorder. We're doing recorder karate. So they're actually learning how to play different songs. So it lets kids with different abilities, really shine, and then it lets other kids, still get the attention they need. And with 7th and 8th graders, we are doing keyboards. So we actually have a piano recital coming up, and we've been preparing for it in class. It's going to be a very formal event, so they're learning about all the etiquette that goes into preparing for a recital, how to bow, what's the appropriate way to clap, and things like that. And then also preparing a solo that is just at their specific level, because we have kids at all different levels in the keyboard class. The recital is going to be on December 12th and 13th. It's during their actual class time, and so when they come, it's going to be in our auditorium. They should expect for it to be, this is mostly beginner, so some of the songs are pretty short, but then there are kids that have played piano for a few years and had private teachers, so there's going to be a range of levels. And then also, I'm expecting to have someone from ASU come that's like an advanced player, and they're going to play at the end of the recital. The kids don't know about this yet, but they're going to play at the end of the recital and play a number of songs, and then the kids will be able to ask them questions about what it took to prepare to get to the level they're at, and what they were doing when they were our students' ages. So
Great.
It'll be really inspirational for them.
That's fantastic. And I know you're working on a project with Gammage for February. Could you talk a little bit about that? Do you have any details in terms of what that's going to be about?
Oh, okay, this is going to be really awesome. We're having a group called Contra Tiempo come to ASU, and they'll actually be working with just the 8th graders, doing a workshop. Contra Tiempo is a group that they really specialize in bringing cultural awareness and unity in the school through dance and through music, and they'll be workshopping with the 8th graders, dealing with a lot of issues that are, really important for that age group, in the peer type of relationship. And at the end of the workshop, we're going to have a community share. Well, the whole school will be invited to come to not really a performance, it's kind of also like an extension of the workshop where parents will be able to learn dances with the kids, and it'll just be like a really good time to bring the community together and do something, with the arts. So.
Good.
Really
I noticed you've really tried to not only teach the students music here at school, but really try and get them out and experience music and culture. This week you went to see The Marriage of Figaro at ASU. How did that go?
That was awesome. I was really, I want the kids to experience all kinds of music, because like I said, I love all kinds of music. And one of the things we talk about in class is just being really open-minded, because even in our class we have, everyone comes from a different background and they like different kinds of music, and it's really about, especially with our age group, middle school, being open-minded and not, shutting someone's opinion down. So when we went to see the opera, I had prepped them, this is how they're going to sing, and the kids loved it. Some of them said, I don't like it, but the majority of them said, I like it, and they were really respectful during the performance. And it was actually in Italian, so we were reading the subtitles above the screen and watching the performance, so it was really cool.
That's great. I know you're doing a number of fundraisers on campus to raise money for the music programs. First of all, could you talk about what are some of the things that you hope to do when you raise the money that you're going to raise?
Okay. The number one thing that we're raising money for is for instruments for our program. We desperately need instruments of all kinds, band instruments, string instruments, general music classroom instruments for our K through 9, and sound equipment for when we travel and go to different events. And Besides that, we just need an operating, budget for music, repairs of our guitars if things break down. And then we're also raising money because our choir is going on a trip in May to California. We'll be performing at the music festival in the park, and then we'll be going to Knott's Berry Farm to spend the day and have fun. So we're just really trying to keep the cost down for the trip and make it affordable for everyone to go.
That's great. And so some of the things that you're doing to fundraise, I know that some of the kids have been selling cookies and things, but
Oh, yeah.
you also have a CD that's coming out, is that right?
Yes, we have a holiday collection. This is our first holiday collection. The kids have been giving up their lunchtime to come in and rehearse, and I'm just really impressed because we've been recording it just like I would in the studio right here at school, learning a song and just laying down the tracks for it. And so it's going to feature songs from different cultures, to represent the different holiday traditions that there are. And we're hoping to get that out by next week. That's the goal.
All right, good. And how much is it going to be?
I don't have an official price, between $5 and $8.
Great.
Yep.
All right, and one of the things I always like to do in these interviews is to give people an idea of some of the background of our teachers and what they like to do in their free time. So what are some of the things that you enjoy doing when you're not at ASU Prep teaching?
Okay, well, when I'm not teaching, I'm a musician, so I love to play any chance I can get. I play in my church band. I play the trombone and flute there at Pilgrim Rest Baptist Church. And actually this weekend I'll be performing in Handel's Messiah at South Mountain Community College. It's an annual event, and I'm just so honored to be asked to play this year with them. And besides that, I love to knit. My family makes fun of me that I always have knitting needles and yarn with me wherever I go. So that's
Great.
what I do outside of that.
That's wonderful. Well, we're so glad you're here at our school. We're so glad you're leading our music department. We have so many aspiring musicians here, and I can't think of a better role model for them to have than you. So thank you
thank
for
you.
all that you do for our students.
Thank you.